everybody, Michael Kunman here, coming to you today to give you a little bit of information in relation to junior sets. So what to look for and also what not to do when purchasing a junior set for your child. So best thing about it is, first and foremost, great to have your kids involved in this sport. It's a great sport to kind of grow and learn so many different aspects to it. Really helps with children's development and hopefully your kids stay in this sport for a long time. Now, when it comes to junior sets, we get this question all the time from parents, can't I just cut down my old set of clubs? That'll benefit them for a while and then we can look at some sets in the future. Whilst it gets them playing, 100%, it's a good thing that they're hitting some clubs and it's also more cost effective, the downsides to it. Now, if you especially have, so if it's a men's set, a steel set, fairly heavy, either regular flex or a stiff shaft, what's going to happen is, let's say for instance sake, your kids have a set of clubs that would be about that length. So in relation to mine, which is a standard length club, fairly big difference between those two irons there. So if you bring them into ours, we'll cut them down for you, but before we do that, we'll give you the information that as soon as we cut our club down to here, a couple of things it does. Now, this shaft here was already quite heavy. It's still going to be relatively heavy even if we cut it down to here. It also makes the shaft stiffer, which is not good for a child's development when they're trying to learn the golf swing. And it's also going to be heavier than what this graphite shaft will be for here. So if you have your child that's just starting to learn to play golf, we want them to develop a couple of things. One is the ability to swing a golf club, and two is to generate a little bit of club head speed as well to get that golf ball up in the air with a very lightweight junior club that is suited to them in length. It's going to help them to be able to do those motions, to help them get the club up in the air, get it to swing it down through the impact zone and get them to finish balance on their lead side. Again, if they have a really heavy stiff shaft, it's going to cause them some problems. They're going to have to really work hard to get the club into those positions, which can cause potential for injury, which is something we definitely don't want. And it also potentially causes bad technique as well, because they're making compensations to get that heavy club to get into a position that we want them to be in. So as you can see here, a couple of things is we've got a few different sets in the US Kids Golf range and also the PGF Future Star, a few different types here. Now, the US Kids Golf, great with their fitting system, so it comes in generally height. We measure kids up themselves, figure out how tall they are, also look at their level, because there are two different standards in their clubs. There's some lightweight clubs and then there's some more advanced clubs. So you have some kids that are more advanced but are also maybe a little bit shorter or a bit younger, so their clubs may need to be a little bit heavier. So there's a few different factors there that can go into play when selecting those junior clubs. Now, with the sets themselves as well, they come in 2 or 3 clubs, so you can get your driver, a pitching wedge and maybe a putter, or you can also get a more advanced set which is basically encompassing more clubs. So for any of the kids just starting out, a couple of clubs is fine. Generally a driver, like I said, a 7-iron or an 8-iron, maybe a sand wedge and a putter, and that's going to be absolutely perfect. For the more advanced kids, you're going to try and get more clubs in your bag because they're going to be trying to play more shots. We're going to be teaching them more and they want to become more versatile with their strokes. So first and foremost, as I was saying, if you can, try not to cut down golf clubs. I mean, if it's a cost thing, that's not a problem at all. Basically, we want them to be involved in the game, but if you're going to cut down a heavy men's set, it is not going to benefit your kids in any way, shape or form, especially with their development in golf. Try and look towards a lightweight junior set that is suited to their height and which is going to help them enjoy the game much more. It's going to help with their golf swing and hopefully keep them in the game for a lot longer. So I hope that explained a little bit about what you want to look for when selecting a junior set. Any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Other than that, thank you very much for watching.